Hey guys, today we're going to talk about overtime pay. So this assignment is calculating overtime pay. I love this assignment, especially for right now, because a lot of you are out working and having to provide for your families and provide for yourself. And I think that's awesome. But it is important to know what legally you have rights to. If you work over 40 hours a week, you are supposed to be getting overtime pay. Now, overtime pay is essentially time and a half. Actually, that's just what I call it, time and a half. Some employers will be really generous and they'll give you double time. But basically, time and a half means that you're going to get your hourly rate plus half of your hourly rate. So in order to get your overtime rate, you're just going to multiply your hourly rate by 1.5, because that means you're going to get one full hourly rate plus half of it. So I'm going to figure out the hourly overtime rate if you made $7 an hour. So I get 7 times 1.5, and I get $10.5. That means you should be getting paid $10.50. I'm always going to put two numbers after the decimal because I'm dealing with money. You should be getting paid $10.50 for every hour past 40 hours you work in a single week. That is overtime pay. So this line says you work 42 hours in the week. That means you're going to have 2 hours of overtime because 40 of them are regular time, and then anything over 40 is overtime. So for your regular pay, you're going to take your regular hourly rate and you're going to multiply that, your regular hourly rate, and multiply that by 40 because you've obviously worked 40 hours that week. So I do 7 times 40, and that's going to give me $280. So that means your regular pay is going to be $280. Now, how much are you going to get paid in overtime? Well, your overtime pay is $10.50, and according to this row, you work 2 hours overtime. So $10.50 times 2 hours overtime is $21. So $21 in overtime. Now, total pay, you just take your regular pay and you add them together, and that equals your total pay. So $280 plus $21, that's going to give you $301. So if you work 42 hours in a week at $7 an hour, you should be getting a check. You should be getting paid before taxes, $301. We all know the taxes takes out a ton, so whatever. So that's what you're going to do for these top 4 rows. Now, when we go down to these next 3 here, they give you the overtime rate, but they don't give you the regular hourly rate. So what we're going to do is we are going to undo what we did up here. Up here, we took the hourly, multiplied by 1.5. Now we're given the overtime, so we're going to divide by 1.5, and that's going to give me the regular rate. So I'm going to take 20 divided by 1.5, and that's going to give me my regular rate, always rounded 2 decimals because money has change after the decimal, 33 cents. So that says 13.33 cents is your hourly rate. Now that you have that, you do the same process as above in figuring out your regular pay, overtime pay, and total pay. Now let's move down to these 3 because that's a whole new ballpark. We don't have any pay here, but we have the total regular pay. So I know here I've worked 40 hours regular and 4 hours overtime, right? 4 hours overtime and 40 regular hours. So that means my regular pay, $280, is 40 hours worth. So to get my hourly rate from $280, I simply do $280 divided by 40 hours, and that will give me my, I did times. $280 divided by 40 hours, and that will give me 7, which tells me my regular pay is going to be $7 an hour. Now I'm going to do the same process, multiply by 1.5 to get the overtime, and then same as before. All right, going down to this last 3, we have the overtime rate, overtime pay, we don't have regular pay, we don't have any rates. So right here out of 44, that says 40 hours regular, 4 hours overtime, right? I've got 4 overtime hours here. So I'm gonna take my overtime pay, which is $200, and I'm gonna divide it by how many hours overtime, which is 4. That gives me 50. Holy cow, that means my overtime rate would be $50 an hour. That's sweet, okay? Then from here, to get your regular pay, you take 50 divided by 1.5, and that's $33.33 regular pay. Now you can continue calculating to fill in the rest of the table. I know I talk fast. Whoa, why is it blurry? So sorry about that. I know I talk fast. Go ahead and pause, rewind anytime you need to write something down or understand something better. If you have any questions, send me a message or just come ask me. Hopefully you are all staying safe and hopefully you're getting paid what you deserve to get paid when you're working overtime. Have a great day, you guys.